Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Newmarket Racecourse here on Saturday. It is April the 30th, 2016. Gonna look at the stakes races, races 2, 3, and 4. Before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections. It's 2000 Guineas Day from Newmarket. It's a great card. Gonna get to the stakes action, races 2, 3, and 4. So let's get on to it. Today's second race, the 2:30 post time. It is the Pearl Bloodstock Palace House Stakes, Group 3 stakes here, going for a purse of $88,000. That's in American currency. Don't get confused. I'm looking at this race more towards an American point of view, and it's a great race here. We have 22 horses traveling the distance of ground of 5 furlongs, 5/8 of a mile, 1,000 meters, and it's a very tough race. Get my saying with these tough races: get a dart, throw it at the dartboard, and there's your selection. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do an exact box here. I'm gonna do a 4 horse exact box. If you want to play it here in the states for $1, it's gonna cost you $12 to play this one. But I'm gonna go 1, 3, 8, 10 exact box. 1, 3, 8, 10 exact box. Starting off with the 1 horse Soul Power, 6-1 Ryan Moore. Last time out, running the Alquad Sprint at Maidan in Dubai in the United Arabs of Emirates. This horse just wasn't involved that day. Finished 10th by 3.5 lengths. He just was never there. I don't know if he liked the course that day. It was quite a firm course. Then Maidan, 5 furlongs in the Maidan Sprint Championship. Finished third by head that day. It was a decent third place finish over the course. And then we're in Hong Kong, last start last year, December 13th, in their big 6 furlong turf race. Finished 11th by 6.5 lengths. Last win came in Kirk in Ireland, Group 2. 5, the Darristown stud flying 5-6. Won by head that day at 5-1. Was really, really driving that day. I think this horse could be have a good run here today. Gets Ryan Moore, which is a great great rider. Finished third when he was on him last time in Dubai in the Maidan Sprint. So he's going to be on my exacta box ticket. I'm also going to put the 3 horse Steps on it at 10-1 Andre Attazini. This horse hasn't started since October of last year. Doncaster, to be exact, 5 furlongs in handicap Class 2 event. The horse was the favorite that day, but this horse finished 15th by 8 3/4 lengths. He beat 3 horses. He was just never there. Was always towards the back of the pack. Start before that was at Longchamp on the 4th of October in the Prix. Hopefully I said this right. My French is horrible, so please excuse this. It's the Group 1 Prix Alabay Stakes. I said it totally wrong. I said please excuse that. He finished 8th by 4 lengths that day at Longchamp. It was an all-out finish that day, but he just wasn't. He couldn't get to the top 4. And then Newberry in the Group 3 Dubai International Airport World Trophy. This horse won by nose, the favorite that day, but ran really well. He'll be on my exact box ticket, also with the 8 horse. Number 8, who is Gokin, French-bred horse with Graham Lee. Last time out, ran at Linkfield, 6 furlongs on the 25th of March, and conditioned Class 2 event. Finished third by 3 lengths. Was a favorite that day, but he just needed a race that day. That was the horse's first start of the year. The last start came actually at Linkfield on the 14th of November, 6 furlongs in a listed stakes Class 1 event. Won by 1.5 lengths that day and really ran well. And then this horse was running at the glorious Goodwood meet on July 31st. 5 furlongs in the Group 2 King George Stakes. Horse finished 13th by 7 1/4 lengths. And then he ran the Commonwealth Cup at Royal Ascot. This horse finished 8th. The last win came in the Group 3 Texanita Stakes over in France at Maison Lafitte, going 5.5. I think this horse should really do well here today. He looks like a great great horse. So I'm going to put him on my exact box ticket. Also with the 10 horse Jungle Cat, 6-1 Irish red horse with William Buick. Charlie Appleby trains this one for Godolphin. Last time out, ran on the 26th of March, Maidan, 5/8 of a mile in the Alquad Sprint. This horse finished 4th by 1 3/4 lengths that day. It was a decent 4th place finish. I believe I actually had this horse that day, if I'm not mistaken. That Alquad Sprint was just I think I did a pick 6 that day. And I went 4 horses deep in that race. I should have went like 6 horses deep because that was the hardest race, of the whole Dubai card of the whole Dubai World Cup Carnival night card. It was the hardest race to get around. I still, if you gave me the race again after seeing it, I still probably wouldn't pick buffering. I think I had I don't even think I think I had this horse. I think that was the I went four horse deep. I had this horse, and this is the best finish I had out of all of them. But it was a decent fourth place finish. Then it made on 5 furlongs in the made on sprint. Finished second by nose. That was an all out finish that day. Decent second place finish. And then handicap at made on 6 furlongs. This horse won by 3/4 length back in January. Finished 18th in last year's Commonwealth Cup in Newbury and Illicit Stakes last May. This horse finished second by 1 3/4 lengths. I think this horse should really be running good here today. So to recap my bets for the second race from Newmarket, it's 2:30 post time. It's the Pearl Bloodstock Palace House Stakes Group 3 event here. I'm going to go do an exact box here. I'm going to go 1-3-8-10. 1-3-8-10. For the dollar minimum base wager, it's going to cost you $12. So now let's get on to race number 3. The third race from Newmarket is the 3:05 local post time. It goes off 10 o'clock in the morning here in the United States, here in New York City. So I might have to wake up for that. The third race has 7 horses, but it's the Group 2 Dundon at Overbury Jockey Club Stakes Class 1 Group 2 event here, going for a purse $147,000 for 4-year-olds and upwards. They're traveling a mile and a half over the turf course. 7 horses going to the post, and there's one horse that looks on paper he should definitely win. And that's going to be the 5 horse Jack Hobbs, top selection for me. I don't want to pick the favorites here, but just look at the horse. He was facing the toughest of the toughest horses last year. Against these horses, he should really do exceptionally well. But I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a trifecta here this race. Gonna go 5-1-2, 5-1-2 for $1. It's gonna cost you $1. So, but number 1 Jack Hobbs, owned by Godolphins and partner John Gosden, trains this one for William Buick in the saddle at 1-2 here in the American odds. Last time out, ran at Ascot, a mile and a quarter on a yielding turf course. A little bit of moisture in it that day in the Champion Stakes. Horse finished third by 1 3/4 lengths. Fascinating Rock had an incredible run that day to win. This horse was the favorite, but he got taken over in the final few strides of the race by Found, who I believe won the Breeders' Cup Turf here at Keeneland. But it was the end of the race wasn't he got taken over for that second place spot. Start before that was at Kempton on the all weather, a mile and a half in the September Stakes. That was a Group 3 event that they won by 3 1/4 lengths, and I think that out of all the races last year, that was probably one of my favorite races. Jack Hobbs won. Going back to the replay to watch it again, it was just a very nice race. And then at Currick, a mile and a half in the Irish Derby, Source won by 5 lengths, really ran well, and then just 2 starts before that, couldn't get away from. He finished behind Golden Horn, who was his stablemate. Finished second in the Inverness Derby, second in the Dante Stakes at York. Golden Horn is a horse for the ages. I think, in my personal opinion, really he had a really good year last year. But I think this horse should really do well here today. So I'm gonna go with this one. He should really do well. So to recap my bets for race number 3 from Newmarket, 3:05 post time, it is the Jockey Club Stakes, the Group 2 Jockey Club Stakes. Going to go with the 5-horse Jack Hobbs. Going to do a trifecta here. Going to go 5-1-2, 5-1-2, and race number 3. So now let's get on to today's fourth race. The feature on today's program, the 3:45 post time, is the Quipo 2000 Guineas Stakes. It's a part of the British Champion Series. Group 1, Class 1 horse going for a purse of $735,000. That's in American currency. For 3-year-olds only, they are traveling 1,600 meters on the turf course, 1 mile ahead of them, 13 horses. And like I said before, I don't want to pick the favorite, but if you see a horse that should definitely win, you have to pick it. And that's going to be the one horse this race, Air Force Blue, with Ryan Moore for Coolmore and Aiden O'Brien. He looks very hard to beat in the spot, I think. I'm going to key this horse. I'm going to do a trifecta, actually, this race. I'm going to go 1-11-5. 1-11-5. I might also do, might go 1-11 and box to 5-3 for the bottom spot. If you want to play for $1 that way, it's going to cost you $2, but 1-11 for sure. But I might go 1-11-5-3 for the bottom third place finish. But number 1, Air Force Blue. Ryan Moore on this one hasn't started all year. Is going to make his first start of the year. Last start actually came at Newmarket on the 10th of October. 7 furlongs in the Dewhurst Stakes Group One event that day. This horse won by 3 1/4 lengths. Was a heavy favorite, but really just won. It was an incredible win that day. Start before that was a Kirk in Ireland. 7 furlongs on the 13th of September, and the Group One Vincent O'Brien National Stakes. This horse won by 3 lengths that day. Again, it was just a very easy victory against a field of 5 horses. And Kirk again 6 furlongs in the Keelan Phoenix Stakes. This horse won by 2 lengths. There's actually here in the states at Keelan there is a race called the Phoenix Stakes also. Is it a something. I think this horse should really do well here today. This horse finished second in the Coventry Stakes in 2015 at Royal Ascot. He should really run a hell of a race today. That one loss came in the Coventry Stakes. So gonna go with this one here. So to recap my bets for race number 4 from Newmarket's to 2,000 guineas, gonna go with the 1 horse Air Force Blue. Gonna do a trifecta here. Gonna go 111 5-3 for the third place. So 111 with the 5-3 boxed under for the third spot for 10 cents. For $1, it's gonna cost you $2. And I'm also gonna probably put a few bucks to win on across the board on the 1 horse Air Force Blue. He's going to be a great runner here today. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.